I thought it was just another quiet night in my dorm, until I stepped out of the shower wrapped in only a towel, face to face with my gorgeous lab partner. What started as innocent notes turned into breathless tension, stolen kisses, and one unforgettable night that changed everything between us. Please don't forget to subscribe and comment. And one request, please always keep a smile on your face. Okay, so I wasn't planning on anything crazy that night. It was just another Friday. My roommate Lila had gone home for the weekend, and I finally had our dorm room to myself. That never happened. I took a long, steamy shower and played my usual sad indie playlist, because of course I did. That's just how I unwind. I was fresh out of the bathroom, still damp, towel wrapped around me, and completely relaxed, until I opened the door to my room and, bam! There he was. Colton Brooks. My lab partner. My secret crush. Standing in the middle of my dorm room like he belonged there. And I just froze. He froze too. His eyes dropped from my face to my towel, then to my legs, then back up again like he couldn't decide where to land. I was very aware of the water dripping down my neck. The RA said you had my notes, he mumbled, voice a little too deep for comfort. My heart was in my throat. I mean, we'd flirted before, stolen glances, sarcastic comments in physics lab, but this was different. This was real. This was heat. And no. I didn't tell him to wait outside. I didn't cover up. I didn't move at all. I let it happen. A few hours later, we were sitting on my bed. We said we were going over notes, but we both knew that notebook might as well have been a coaster. The room was quiet except for the low hum of the dorm heater and the occasional car outside. Colton looked at the door, rubbed the back of his neck, and said, I should go. But he didn't move. So I leaned in and asked, do you want to? He just stared at me for a second. His jaw flexed. No. And then, his hand landed on my knee. Just that small touch. It sent a lightning bolt straight through me. I've been thinking about this, he said, barely above a whisper. About you. My heart skipped. Since when? Since you called me out in class over Schrodinger's cat. I laughed. That was, like, 3 months ago. I remember everything, he said, and then he kissed me. That first kiss. Gentle. Soft. Almost like a question. The second was a full-body answer. Hands in my hair. My fingers gripping his shirt. Breathing hard. Heart pounding. Skin buzzing. And all I could think was, don't let this stop. Tell me to stop, he whispered into my mouth. Instead, I kissed him harder. By 2 a.m., we were tangled in sheets, our bodies pressed together like we were scared to let go. His hands were everywhere, slow, sure, exploring me like I was a puzzle he'd been dying to solve. You're beautiful, he said against my skin. And for the first time in my life, I actually believed it. The morning came too fast. We didn't say much. Just laid there, skin to skin, my head on his chest, his fingers drawing lazy shapes on my back. This changes everything, I whispered. I know, he said, and kissed my forehead like I was something precious. The thing is, graduation was coming. He had an internship in California. I was staying in Chicago. It wasn't supposed to mean anything. But it did. The next week was insane. Between classes, we found stolen moments in the library. That same back corner where no one could see us. I'd try to study, and he'd slide his hand under the table, up my thigh, and yeah, let's just say thermodynamics didn't stand a chance. "You're gonna ruin my GPA," I whispered one afternoon, biting back a moan. He just grinned and said, "Worth it." The night before his flight, I helped him pack. His apartment was half empty. The air was thick. Heavy. Like we both knew we were trying to hold on to something that was already slipping away. "I'll call every day," he promised. I looked up at him and said, "What if it's not enough?" He kissed me instead of answering. And I let him. Because I didn't want answers, I just wanted him. That kiss. It was a mix of goodbye and please don't go. 3 months later. I stepped off the plane in San Diego with my stomach in knots. And there he was. Colton. Slightly tanner. Same messy hair. Same crooked smile. He didn't say a word at first. He just pulled me into his arms. Then he whispered, "Miss me?" I held on to him tighter and said, "Every damn day." And that's when I knew. Whatever this was, it was real. And I'd choose it again and again.